Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So before we get to those AC/DC tickets in 30 seconds, Kenzie wanted me to clarify how far away we are exactly from 101,000 meals at God Bless the Gravy.
I think it's important for people to have the exact goal in their mind. Maybe there's a business that wants to close the gap. So I think exact amounts are really important.
A big business out there might have $5,333 available.
Hello.
Let's go to petty cash, take that out, and donate it. Mm-hmm. Actually, it's a legitimate tax write-off for the Greater Chicago Food Depository. So that's where we are. We're $5,333 away. We have 2 hours left in the show. It'd be awesome to talk about it on the air when it goes there. But if it's not till the end of the day, that's fine too. But anybody that works at a great company, maybe go to your company, your boss, and say, I listen to the station. They support local. They are so Chicago because we are. We live here. We're our family, and you want to help out for the holidays. Make that plea to your boss or someone in charge of the money.
And let them know that they will get a commercial out of it. Like, hey, I can get us on the air. They'll talk about us.
Yeah.
Jazz hands.
Kenzie will do jazz hands.
I will.
And advertising isn't super cheap. So hey, this is a great way to get on the air and get a great plug. Now, if you want to advertise on Q101, you hit up a guy named Jeff Hill. He's the best in the business. He works for us. You contact him on Q101.com.
I'll tell you what, this is the only opportunity to have a commercial and a tax write-off at the exact same time.
How about that?
That's it.
Actually, another one just came in here. Another donation from the House of Cocoa Printing in Wheaton, Illinois.
Ooh.
They print T-shirts, stickers, banners, and more. Long live Q101, all caps. Figueroa put on there. So House of Cocoa Printing in Wheaton, Illinois. Thank you. And go get your shirts made there, stickers, banners, and more.
Ooh, custom Christmas presents coming up, baby.
No kidding. All right, so let's do this. 312-591-8300. Now the free stuff comes your way. And by the way, to donate, you text that number. You text GRAVY to that. To win the AC/DC tickets, you have to call right now for AC/DC Soldier Field, Saturday, May 25th. Tickets are on sale this Friday at noon, but how about free from our great friends at Jam Productions? Q101 being the only relevant rock station in Chicago. That's why AC/DC wants to hook you up with pairs of tickets through us.
Yes.
So call now. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie
on Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll do more on God Bless the Gravy here. Get our totals in there. Donate, please, at 312-591-8300. Text GRAVY. In the next hour, we're trying to get to 101,000 meals. We're almost there. Let's go. Makes yourself feel better. If you're looking for a charity, this is the one to help out your neighbors, help people eat, not only this holiday season, but throughout the entire year. So donate. Now, let's get into our music entertainment news. Let's start off with this. You have just about a couple minutes left to text somewhere to a different text number than usual, 95819. If you text somewhere to 95819 right now, chance for you to win a trip to go see Linkin Park anywhere you want to go in the U.S. So obviously they're playing the Madhouse next year, but you could go see them anywhere you want. Round trip air, 2 nights hotel stay, 2 tickets to the show, and limited edition From Zero vinyl, unless Case takes it home from our boss's office.
No, remember a few years ago, Linkin Park gave vinyl to the station, and Lauren took it home instead of me?
Oh, yeah.
So
all of it?
Yeah, all of it. That's exactly the right question to ask, Kenzie.
Ugh, touchy subject.
Ask questions, follow the vinyl. Now, Lauren's basement got flooded. Do you think it got ruined?
Probably.
Why did she take all of them?
Kenzie, what a great question.
Oh,
we'll get Lauren in here. At the end of the show, let's get Lauren in here and see where that vinyl is.
Yeah.
Saw some on
think she
eBay.
gave them out as Christmas gifts?
Probably.
What's funny is that you also didn't get one as a Christmas gift.
So what it was it was the Meteora 20th anniversary re-release, and there are like 5 pieces of vinyl in this thing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the record guy here.
Kind of your thing.
Kind of my thing. Lauren loves music. I wouldn't call her the record girl.
Right.
I'm the record guy.
You are.
You know what would be funny is if she didn't have a record player.
I don't know if she does or not.
And she took them all home.
We'll find those where they're at. Because, I also would have been nice to have been asked if I wanted it, too. The pecking order around here.
Come on now. Wet your beak a little bit.
Yikes.
So that limited edition vinyl will be available. You got to text really quick on this one because it expires in about 60 seconds. So somewhere to 95819 for the trip and that vinyl. Try to get there. So I talked about Billy Corgan yesterday. Our guy, of course, 1 week from Thursday. We love him to death when he comes in here. We hope we get him in here next week with all the chaos of Twisted Christmas. Sold out show with the Pumpkins on Thursday. They always deliver. Billy Corgan, And since the guitar people won't acknowledge him, as we said a while ago with him, one of the greatest guitar players of all time. But talking about some guitar stuff here with Billy, he was on a great podcast I love. So once you get through all the Brian and Kenzie podcasts and the Case 4 podcasts on the Q101 Podcast Network, this one's not on our network, but it's a guy named Rick Beato. And if you're a guitar player, like a nerd like I am, you'll go to this podcast. That's where I saw this. So Billy Corgan was talking to him and talked about how, so when Pumpkins' Gish came out, Butch Vig of Garbage was the producer of that, an incredible producer. And he was working on the Pumpkins' Gish. Of course, he worked on Siamese Dream after that, but he also did Nevermind.
Not bad. Not a bad resume.
He's also in Garbage. Like, it's unreal.
Busy.
God, I've done nothing with my life.
I know, it sucks.
But here he's talking about Butch Vig was working with the Pumpkins, and Billy says, he stole my sound and put it on Nevermind.
He says, you want to hear the new Nirvana? He's got a boombox. He presses it, and it's Teen Spirit. When the song kicked in, I said, you ripped off my guitar sound, motherfucker. As producers, I influenced him. He definitely influenced me. The way I would layer guitars, Butch was like, I'll take that. It's not that I want to take credit. Kurt was easily the most talented person in our class. It was obvious then, and it's obvious now. Nevermind was a once-in-a-generational record, and our guy is now the #1 rock producer in the world. I can't imagine who was blowing up his phone after that record. I think Butch going into that bunker with us and spending that 5 months of hair-pulling, arguing, and making that crazy record was his way of showing fidelity to Pumpkins, and in particular me. It's very emotional to me when I look back on it now, because I realize he did us a good deed. I'm going to make sure that the Pumpkins get across the line, too.
I could hear Billy talk about the past stuff in the 90s and how they got here today forever. And it's so cool how he gives Kurt the credit there and just says, but Butch took the idea of layering guitars, and that's what made Nevermind, and of course, Smells Like Teen Spirit, one of the greatest songs of all time, greatest albums. The funny thing is, Kurt hated it because it sounded too good.
Well, it sounded like the Pixies.
Yeah.
Smells Like Teen Spirit was the last song that made the cut on Nevermind because he was afraid that it was a Pixies ripoff, and the Pixies were one of his biggest inspirations.
Yeah.
So we're one small decision away from Nirvana not being what it was, the Pumpkins not being what it was, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, all their relevancy changes, all because Kurt thought Smells Like Teen Spirit was a Pixies ripoff.
Yep. How about that? Wild.
I'm glad he put it on the album. Good call.
Yeah, it sounds.
Tough call, you know.
Kurt, if you're listening to us from above, it sounds good. But control freaks, and that's the artists when they're in their environment, and the geniuses, they're tortured and they want some sound in their head. And I mean, he didn't hate it, but like you said, he thought it sounded like too much like the Pixies, and people were just a ripoff. And I love hearing Billy talk about the guitar stuff, and hope you enjoyed it too. Now, best shows of 2024. We're near the end of the year finally. I'm going to go through this really fast because I want to just, listeners, as you listen to this, what shows have you seen of the top 10 shows of 2024? This comes from TVLine.com. Here we go. Number 10, Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Prime Video. Number 9, Abbott Elementary on ABC. Number 8, Nobody Wants This on Netflix. Number 7, Shrinking on Apple TV. Number 6, English Teacher on FX. Number 5, Hacks on Max. Number 4, Industry on HBO. Number 3, Baby Reindeer on Netflix. Number 2, Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire on AMC. And number 1, on FX, Shogun. And there it is.
Really?
There's the top 10 shows of 2024. And maybe you've seen some of them. Maybe you've seen one of them. I know Case was talking about needing a new show. But Kenzie, which one? You love one on that list. You love a show.
Shrinking, I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show. It's super hilarious. So basically the concept is, so Jason Segel's in it, Harrison Ford's in it, Jessica Williams, they are all therapists. So shrinking, right? They're shrinks. But it's not about people getting small. Okay, just a heads up.
Damn it.
Jason Segel, and bear with me for a second. First season, not a spoiler, you know immediately, his wife has passed away. Okay? Mm-hmm. His entire life is falling apart as he's trying to be a therapist. And he starts doing things he's not supposed to do as a therapist. It's hilarious. It's awesome. It's well thought out. It's well written. 10 out of 10 recommend this show.
All right. That's a good endorsement.
Awesome.
That's a good endorsement.
So I need a new TV show because I just finished Nobody Wants This, which is on Netflix. It was number 8 on the list.
Got it.
It's Adam Brody of The OC and Kristen Bell who is bringing it in this show.
Love her.
Love her. She is my number one.
Which is ironic because she has also crossed paths with Jason Segel and forgetting Sarah Marshall.
That's right.
Who Kenzie just talked about in the other show.
It's beautiful. What a really beautiful way to tie that knot there, Brian.
How about that?
So Kristen Bell is one of these women who's like in her 30s and has no man in her life and is a total mess. And Adam Brody's a rabbi, and they start dating, and now they're not sure what to do with their relationship because he's a rabbi and she's not Jewish in the show or I think in real life. And so you not only have the relationship at play, but you have religion at play, and it's super good. It's 10 episodes on Netflix. I love that.
There's some shows for you from 2024 if you want to jump on one.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. More breaking news. God bless the gravy, our food drive. In the next 40 minutes, we're trying to get to 101,000 meals. We started off with a goal of 30,000. You guys crushed that in the first week. Doing it about a month and a half. We're at, right now, 98,100 meals. We're only 3,000 meals away from our goal. We need $1,000 more dollars. And as great guy who runs our sales department, Jeff, made an offer to people today and said, if you donate $1,000 if you're a business, he'll give you another $1,000, so basically $2,000 in advertising on Q101. We're giving you a plug, and it's a tax write-off. It's amazing. And another one.
Yay!
Matt Kamen of Kamen Landscaping Services. All your landscaping needs in the western suburbs. Family-owned and operated for 20 years.
Wow, good for them.
Thank you, Matt. They have a beautiful website as well, Kenzie.
What is going on? These websites are kicking ass.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Kamen Landscaping. Their motto is elevate your outdoor life, limitless lifestyle possibilities.
Beautiful.
This is ridiculous because these outdoor spaces they're creating, like the outdoor kitchens, I dream of this. Like I rent right now and I want to get a house where I can put my Weber grills up and, just really have a blast outside cooking. And these are like when you watch a home show and they redo everything, that's what this looks like. It's unbelievable. Wow. Great stuff.
Look at these products available.
Yeah.
I love
We're just looking at it on the air. I love it.
Well, this is really nice.
Yeah.
I go to sites like this and I'm like, oh, my yard's ass. It sucks.
It's supposed to uplift you, the donation to help save lives here,
God, I need to save my yard.
Now
unbelievable.
We're still getting texts. So Jason in South Holland just texted in. He's like, okay, this sounds cool. I want it. How do I donate? Any amount of money you can donate. Text the word gravy to 312-591-8300. That will send you the link to donate. You can do it there on your phone or on Q101.com if you're a desktop money spender like myself.
Wow. Now listen, we need $1,000. So all listeners get together too and donate 5, 10, 50, 100, whatever you can do, or another business to $1,000. We're done. We're at 101,000 meals. I never dreamed we'd get there. And it's just not that I'm just humbled. I'm really sensitive right now. I'm really emotional.
I know. This is amazing.
How good our listeners are and how many people that's going to help with the Greater Chicago Food Depository, who distributes this to 1,000 food banks and pantries in our area. So when you hear Chicago, it's not just Chicago. It's all over the place, like South Holland, like Case just mentioned, a listener there from South Holland. It benefits everybody. So text GRAVY to 312-591-8300 to donate or go to Q101.com. God bless the gravy's at the top, the link there. And let's knock this out and save lives in the next 40 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
And we have some breaking news.
I just love that sounder.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It's Giving Tuesday. And God Bless the Gravy ends today. You can still donate throughout the day, but we were trying to get to 101,000 meals raised for the Greater Chicago Food Depository by the end of the show, which is in about a half hour. And we've been taking great donations. We've got businesses checking in, including John from Bird Engines, a small engine repair shop right here in Chicago, a $350 donation. They repair construction equipment, lawnmowers, and more importantly right now, snow blowers to make sure it's working before the snow gets here.
That's a good idea.
Don't wait for the snow to get here and go, damn it.
Son of a nutcracker.
And they're sending a shout out to their sister shop, Alsip Lawnmower. So we've got Bird Engines and Alsip Lawnmower, a business that just donated here in Chicago. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. Get that snowblower ready to go.
Woo!
And then get your lawnmower ready to go in about 6 months. Do that. Then, on top of that, we got an anonymous donation. Now, you know how I feel about anonymous
Son
donations.
Of a bitch.
You and your anonymous donations.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
I want you to put your name on it. I know people say it's very generous to do that. And listen, put your name on it because you know what? Then it inspires people you know to donate. However,
If
they
you
want.
liked it, then you should have put your name on it.
How about it? And this person, what a good person. You don't know who it is. An anonymous donation of $1,000. So now where are we at with God Bless the Gravy? Trying to get to 101,000 Q101 meals.
Brian, before you read the number, refresh the page because another $1,000 donation just came in, and that person did put their name on it.
Oh, thank you.
Hold on,
What?
refresh.
What?
Loading.
Oh my God.
Is that the name of the business?
No.
Was it God?
No. So we have.
Did God donate?
Well, a guy named Rodney did, and he's a god to us. BHSOutdoorSpaces.com. He says, awesome job, Q101. I don't have time right now to maybe look them up. Do we?
I'm looking right now.
BHS Outdoor Spaces.
Ooh, functional outdoor living spaces. Oh my God, now my backyard sucks.
All these outdoor
Day has been hard on me.
Good
This is
Lord.
gorgeous. Look at the heaters on there. Oh my God, they like transform your backyard. Retractable awnings.
We've lost Kenzie.
heaters.
We've lost her.
These pergolas look like a spa.
This place looks like something you'd see on $1 Million Listing on their website. But I'm sure it's for way cheaper.
Motorized shades, I want those when it goes down itself and then comes back up.
Good Lord.
I know.
So that was a $1,000 donation, and we talked about if you donate and you're a business, our sales department's going to give you $1,000 free advertising. They give it $2,000. BHSOutdoorSpaces.com.
Holy crap.
Wow.
These are nice.
There's a couple before we get to the total here. Got another donation. It says, hey Brian and Kenzie, my daughters, Karis and CL. Listen to you guys every morning before work and school, and you always make our mornings better. We love big shout-outs. There's your big shout-out. Also, if there's any chance to win tickets for Lincoln Park, we'll be over the moon. Hold on. You can't beg for tickets in the middle of a donation.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, Francisco. Slow your roll, bro. Because with those donations that just came in, we were trying to get to 101,000 meals. We
got
now,
what?
God bless the gravy. The total right now is 107,469 meals.
That's insane.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Wow. Thank you. I can't say any more than just thank you because what you've done has saved lives. And when I say that throughout this thing, I mean that because everybody knows out there with people know somebody that needs help in the food department. And that's where the Greater Chicago Food Depository, they're angels. And they help 1,000 food banks and pantries in our entire listing area, not just Chicago, wherever you live. They help and they save lives. I'm really getting emotional here because 30,000 meals was our goal. And you guys helped us crush that early. And now at 107,000 meals.
That's insane.
That's nuts. Now, you can keep donating, by the way. You don't have to stop. 312-591-8300. Text GRAVY. The link comes back to you and Q101.com. It's on the top of that on the website. So you can click on there and donate too. But I don't know, Kenzie. What do you think?
I will say, though, this did jack us up a little bit because we wanted to be 101, and now we're just a different radio station.
Oh, yeah.
We were like, let's have 101 meals because of Q101. And now we're 107. We're like Lale. We're like,
No, it's all 107, almost 5, so we're like GCI.
oh, we're GCI.
Oh, I want to be Q101.
I know.
Son of a nutcracker. That's enough helping people, okay?
Can you guys take back your donations?
What are we supposed to do with all these?
Good. Look. Well, now we got to get to something that's not a radio station, so we don't have to, you know what I mean? Like we have to get to like 110,000 or something, or
Is that a radio station?
well,
110?
Thank you. We're so grateful and humbled, and we're blessed to have you guys as listeners, man. Wow. God bless the gravy. Text GRAVY to 312-591-8300 to donate. It's Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we've hit our goal. We wanted to get to 101,000 meals by the end of the show. On God Bless the Gravy, through your donations, you have helped. You have saved lives today, and all through all the donations for the last couple months here until we get it to end today on Giving Tuesday. And one more donation came through, another $1,000 donation. And this came from Castellic Canvas in Plainfield, Illinois. Mark checked in and made the donation for his business. He said, "We appreciate everything you do to help this wonderful charity. We would like to donate $1,000. Since 1971, they've been fabricating custom canvas covers, upholstery, and flooring for the marine industry. All them boats out there you see in the playpen, they got them. They fixed them up."
Damn.
Kenzie wants to be in a bikini on top of the Castellic canvas.
That's like, listen, when you're the person that the rich people call, you have a good business.
Right?
That's the number that you want dialed.
But they also fabricate outdoor kitchen covers. You were just talking about how we had these businesses check in, and they all kind of relate now to make an outdoor kitchen. Then you need a cover for it for the winter. They do that.
Ooh.
So cover like your Weber grill up out there. That's what you need. They do everything else that needs to be protected for outdoor elements. So the website, and you know what? I'm going to put a list up on social of all these people that have donated, all the businesses. But it's it's CastellicCanvas.com. KASTELIC. If you remember that. There you go. $1,000 donation. And our sales department offered up more than another $1,000 advertising for businesses that did that throughout the show today.
You get $2,000 in advertising. You get $2,000 in advertising.
Jeff, our guy's probably going like, damn, what did I do?
I think so.
He
he looked clammy when I saw him in the hallway. I think he's nervous.
I think he thought one person would bite on that.
Oh, God. So now, by the way, our new total right now, and you can still donate throughout the rest of the show here next 20 minutes, is 111,012 meals. 111,000 meals.
Good Lord.
Amazing. Saving
Literally.
lives.
Good Lord. Thank you.
For God bless the rain. And by the way, that number, put us in the top 15 rank of the Greater Chicago Food Depository's charity food drives. There's a bunch.
Of all time.
Of all time. There's like hundreds on there. And we're in the top 15 now. You did that.
F yeah.
Hell yeah.
We love to win.
Right? America.
We're in it for winning.
That's right. Well, that leads us, of course, to,
Jonas, son of a bitch.
Who is that, honey?
Jonas Miller, he's a night crawler. We all started out in the same lab, and Jonas went out and got himself some corporate sponsors. He's in it for the money, not the science.
Wait, we're in it for the food, not the money? What are we in it for?
We're in it for winning. We're in it for crushing other people in charity.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren's coming in next. And let's give that final total of Q101's God Bless the Gravy, our food drive that started about a month and a half ago with a goal of 30,000 meals raised for the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Today, at the end of the show here, we want to get to 101,000 meals. To be cool to say Q101, 100,000 meals. That'd be pretty cool. 112,257 meals.
Holy crap.
How about it? The top 15 of all time for God Bless the Gravy. Number one for God Bless the Gravy ever, actually. And then also top 15 for the Greater Chicago Food Depository. You have saved so many lives this winter and beyond. Because people will get this food down the road. It could be next June by the time some of this stuff gets to people that helps out your neighbors. And I couldn't thank you enough. There's more businesses that checked in the last couple minutes here. Let me give a couple more shout outs here. We're going to do a lot of this on our socials as well. $100 dedicated to Stacy Duke, a great realtor at Baird and Warner, and an overall great person.
Oh, good.
How about that? Stacy Duke at Baird and Warner if you want to sell a house or buy a house. Also checked in, shouting out Care Counseling opening in Naperville. They have a website, carecounseling.healthcare. Another $100 donation there. And also Nia's Hair Salon.
Yeah.
Why don't you go check it out, Kenzie? Do you go to a big salon, or do you have a regular person you go to?
Yes, I have a regular person that I go to. I honestly only get my hair done like once a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should go to Nia's Hair Salon.
Yeah, so Nia texted in and said somebody donated on her behalf from Sorcery Beauty.
Oh,
That must
okay.
be her salon.
That's right.
And she texted in because of this. She goes, I can't believe it. Like, she's so blessed. My siblings surprised me and donated on behalf of her business. So Nia from Sorcery Beauty, gorgeous hair salon. She says, now this is important to you as a listener. This is how you can save some money. She's happy to offer 20% off services to crew members who donate.
Wow.
So if you go to her and prove that you donated to God Bless the Gravy, you get 20% off, getting all done and did, okay?
They're going to hold up their phone to the God Bless the Gravy
Yes.
website, and it's going to be anonymous. That's me.
Yes.
I was the anonymous, but I don't want to be anonymous anymore.
Okay, way to give people the worst idea ever.
By the way, that Sorcery Beauty is at 3300 North Clark by Clark and Belmont. So that's where they are in that area. And then Nia's Hair Salon, that business as well. Really overwhelmed by all the generosity and people just breaking on their wallets in some of the hardest time of the year to do that.
Amen.
And just the hardest year to do it, probably for a lot of people like ourselves even. So, wow, 112,000 meals raised for God Bless the Gravy. And we love you guys. Thank you so much. Now, a couple takeaways on the day. Case, what do you got from today's show?
Tim in Oak Lawn checked in. His takeaway is that he's glad to know he isn't alone in being addicted to the clock app.
Oh, thank you.
Watching that time crawl by, Brian.
How many hours did you spend on the clock app yesterday, Brian? 3 hours?
Well, it was 2 hours and 47 minutes, but I think it's not my worst or best day, however you look at it. I think I've had more time on the clock app on my phone longer.
All those time zones.
Oh, geez, it's so cool.
It's a very Eeyore thing to do. Yeah. There's one less hour of my life. That's what I imagined, Brian.
What do you got, Kenzie, for a takeaway?
Takeaway from Eric. Takeaway from Kenzie's crimes. People are into things.
It's true. That is true.
True.
And my
Brian breaking cases wide open.
And my takeaway is we love you and tremendous job today in saving lives. Case, what's on the podcast?
Oh, my goodness. Well, there's a new Kenzie's Crimes. If you're looking for the bad in the world, there's a bunch of God Bless the Gravy shout-outs if you're looking for the good in the world. And Brian and Kenzie shared their screen usage time and the apps they're on the most, and that conversation got weird. I would highly recommend listening back to that if you missed it at 6:30 this morning. That is on the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
Miss a moment, miss a lot. And you can get the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts, of course, like Spotify or Apple. And the Q101 app. It's newly redesigned. It's slick. It's free. Download it.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.